Assalamu alaikum 7th class. This is your teacher Gulfaraz Begum. We had started unit number 8 in the previous lecture. We had done some question answers also, words meanings, and the translation of the unit. Today we are starting from question number 4. Question number 4 is, treat him gently but do not cuddle him. What was the reason? यानी उसे नरमी से उसके साथ बर्ताव करो लेकिन उसे बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार ना देना. इसकी क्या वजह थी? The answer is, these were the words by Abraham to his son's teacher. He said so because he wanted his son to be educated in the best possible manner. Too much love and affection makes a person weak and dependent on others' love. यानी कि बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार मोहब्बत जो होता है वो किसी शख्स को दूसरे पर डिपेंडेंट बना देता है, वीक कर देता है, कमज़ोर कर देता है. That's why he gave a piece of advice to his teacher, to the teacher of his son, that you must treat him gently but do not cuddle him. Question number 5 is, after reading this letter, what impression do you have of Lincoln as a father? इस यूनिट को पढ़ने के बाद, इस लेटर को पढ़ने के बाद, एज ए फादर आपके जहन में क्या इमेज आता है कि लिंकन कैसा फादर था? ठीक है. एंड द आंसर इज, आफ्टर रीडिंग द लेटर आई हैव एन इम्प्रेशन ऑफ अ लविंग, स्ट्रॉन्ग एंड सेल्फ डिपेंडेंट फादर who wants to make his son a practical man. Question number 6 is, do you think guidance of teachers and parents is blessing? क्या आप समझते हैं कि पेरेंट्स की और टीचर्स की जो गाइडेंस है, रहनुमाई है, वो एक ब्लेसिंग है, नेमत है बच्चों के लिए? And the answer is yes. I think guidance of parents and teachers is blessing because only those avail this guidance who are lucky. Parents and teachers can act as motivation. They can prepare them for a bright career and face challenges of future. Their guidance is blessing for children's behavior, attitude, thinking, and character. Teachers can inculcate the habit of reading and writing from an early age of children. Students, these were questions from the exercise. We have done 6 questions and their answers. We are moving to the next exercise, which is about noun, verbs, adjective, and adverb. And I think it would be easy for you now because we have done the same type of exercise in unit number 5 also, right? So we are starting it. This exercise is on the page number 91 of your book. Here are 4 columns: nouns, verb, adjective, and adverb. In the first column, we have a word in the verb column, which is dedicate. So we have to make its noun, adjective, and adverb. When we make it a noun, it becomes dedication. As an adjective, it is dedicated, and as an adverb, it is dedicatedly. In the next word is in the nouns column, friend, dost. We have to make its verb, adjective, and adverb. When we make it a verb, it becomes befriend. Befriend means dost hona ya banna. As an adjective, it's friendship, dosti. And as an adverb, it's friendly. And the next word is in the column of adjective, enjoyable, enjoyable. We have to make its noun, which is enjoyment, verb, enjoy, and adverb is enjoyingly, right? Now we are going to the exercises given on page number 93 of your book. Here is language corner, and we have three things here on this page: transitive, intransitive, and gerunds. Before we start about transitive, intransitive, and gerunds, I would like to tell you about verb. Boys, as you all know, that of all the parts of speech, the verb is the most important part. It's the part around which all other elements are built. Right? ऐसा ही होता है कि नहीं होता? जो verb है किसी sentence का सबसे important part होता है, सबसे ज़्यादा ख़ास हिस्सा है. Because you know, without a verb, we can't make a sentence. एक sentence में verb का होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर verb नहीं होगा तो sentence complete नहीं होगा और वो मीनिंगफुल सेंटेंस भी नहीं बन सकता. A verb is a word that shows action. क्या करता है? Action show करता है. Links another word to the subject. दूसरे word को subject के साथ link भी करता है. Helps another verbs. दूसरे verbs की help भी करता है और merely indicates existence. या किसी चीज़ के वजूद को भी जाहिर करता है. For example, here are three examples for you. Number one is all men are not just. अब बज़ाहिर देखने में कोई आपको ऐसा नज़र नहीं आ रहा कि जी ऐसा कोई वर्ब यूज आप समझते होंगे कि शायद इसमें कोई वर्ब नहीं लगा हुआ. हालांकि इस एग्जाम्पल में द वर्ड आर इज वर्ब, राइट. एंड द नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल इज फॉर एवरी स्काउंड्रल देयर इज अ हीरो. यहाँ पे कौन सा वर्ब है? इज. In sentence number 3, teach him to have faith in his own ideas. यहाँ पर कौन सा verb है? Have, right? तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि read, write, go, sleep, do, fly, play वगैरह जैसे verbs लगे हों. Even is, are or have are verbs, right? Now we have understood the meaning and use of verb, right? Now we go to the details of transitive verb. अब ये simple verb की बात तो हो गई कि verb होती क्या चीज़ है? फेल होता है, काम होता है, action word होता है कि जिसके बगैर sentence complete नहीं होता. When we talk about transitive verb, a transitive verb is a verb that has a receiver of the action to complete its meaning. It needs an object. For example, the teacher receives the letter. What is transitive verb? Transitive verb वो है जो मीनिंग को क्लियर करने के लिए, मीनिंग्स कंप्लीट करने के लिए या उनको कॉम्प्रिहेंसिबल बनाने के लिए रिसीवर का उसको की ज़रूरत होती है. In other words, we can say that it needs an object, right? इस ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब को ऑब्जेक्ट की ज़रूरत होती है, यानी इसके बगैर ये कंप्लीट नहीं होता या मीनिंग्स क्लियर इसके नहीं होंगे, राइट? जस्ट फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी सॉ दैट द टीचर रिसीव्स द लेटर. अगर हम सिर्फ ये बात कह दें कि द टीचर रिसीव्स, टीचर लेता है या लेती है या हासिल करता है या हासिल करती है, तो क्या जब तक हम ये नहीं बताएंगे कि टीचर क्या लेता है, कि क्या हासिल करता है, तो उस वक्त तक हम मीनिंग्स क्लियर नहीं होंगे। जब हमने बोला द लेटर, व्हाट इज़ द लेटर? द लेटर इज़ ऑब्जेक्ट, द लेटर इज़ ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ दिस सेंटेंस। जब तक हमने ऑब्जेक्ट मेंशन नहीं किया, इसकी मीनिंग्स क्लियर नहीं हुए। सो हियर इन दिस सेंटेंस the word receives, which is verb, this is transitive verb, right? For example, we say that she cooks. हमने कहा कि वो पकाती है। अब हमने ये नहीं बताया कि क्या बनाती है या क्या पकाती है। अगर सिंपली हम ये कह देते हैं कि she cooks, तो क्या मीनिंग्स क्लियर हो जाएंगे? नहीं होंगे, ठीक है। जब तक हम उसमें कोई ऑब्जेक्ट शो नहीं करेंगे कि क्या चीज़ बनाती है या पकाती है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी से दैट शी कुक्स राइस, राइट? शी कुक्स, यू कैन से बिरयानी और व्हाट्सएवर। यानी जब तक हमने उसमें ये एंड पे ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं लगाया उसके सेंटेंसेस में, मीनिंग्स इसके क्लियर नहीं हुए। तो अगेन इन द सेकंड एग्जांपल द वर्ड कुक्स वाज transitive verb, right? Now we come to intransitive verbs. Definitely, as you all know that this shows that it's opposite of transitive verb. Transitive, intransitive. जाहिर है कि जो ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब का काम है वो इनट्रांजिटिव का उसका काम नहीं है। यानी जो काम ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब करता है, इनट्रांजिटिव उसके उलट काम करता है, राइट? So we say that a verb that does not have a receiver, it does not need an object. ठीक है? वो वर्ब जिसको रिसीवर की या ऑब्जेक्ट की ज़रूरत ना हो, उसे हम कहते हैं intransitive verb. For example, she is singing. In this example, we said she is singing. If we say that she is singing a song, ठीक है? But we didn't mention the word song here. We just said she is singing. What does it mean? Is the meaning clear? Yes, it is clear here. Why? Because if we don't mention the word song, it is understood, right? And we mean it. That definitely if she's singing a song. So here the verb singing is intransitive. Next example is they jumped. वो उछले या उछल पड़े. So we are not mentioning the place and the reason why did they jump, where did they jump, right? We just mention the word they jumped. उन्होंने छलांग लगाई, वो कूदे या वो उछल पड़े. अब ज़रूरी नहीं है ये बताना कि वो क्यों उछले, बस इसमें ही ये मीनिंग्स क्लियर हो रहे हैं कि they jumped, right? So these were transitive and intransitive verb. Now we go to gerund. Gerund क्या होता है? Gerunds are words formed with verbs but act as nouns. And every gerund is a verb with ing at the end. यानी कि gerunds वो words होते हैं जो verbs से बनते हैं, right? But they act as nouns. Act क्या करते हैं? As a noun. बनते verbs हैं, लेकिन उनका काम क्या है कि they act as nouns. इस्तेमाल कैसे हो रहे हैं? वो नाउन के तौर पर भी इस्तेमाल हो रहे हैं, ठीक है? एक्टिंग उनकी एज ए नाउन है। और उसको निशानी क्या है, उसको बनाने का तरीका क्या है कि एवरी जर्नड इज़ अ वर्ब विद आई एन जी एट द एंड। यानी कि इस वर्ब की एंड में जब हम आई एन जी लगा देते हैं तो दैट बिकम्स अ जर्नड, राइट? वो जर्नड बन जाता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हियर इज़ अ टास्क on page number 93 of your book. Write the gerunds of these words. The first word is lose, L-O-S-E, lose. Here we'll mention ing at the end of this word. But remember, students, that before we add ing at the end, we'll omit e from the end of lose. E को यहाँ से हटाना पड़ेगा. LOSING, losing. The next verb is steer. ing, with the help of ing, we make it steering. The next word is laugh. When we make it laughing, just with the help of ing at the end of this word. And the next verb is teach. With the addition of ing at the end, we make it teaching. Next verb is filter. And when we add ing at the end of this verb, it becomes filtering, right? So I think all of you are clear up to here. Here is another exercise on the same page. Fill in the blanks with gerunds of the given words. Number 1, I'm interested in swimming. Swimming. SWIMMING, right? Swimming. My friend is fond of read. Read से क्या बन जाएगा? Reading historical books. Number 3, my uncle is afraid of go. Go से क्या हो जाएगा? Going by plane. Sentence number 4 is you should give up smoking. It will become smoking. SMOKING, smoking. We will omit E from this verb, right? And the last sentence is I don't feel like play. What will it become? It will become playing, just with the addition of ing at the end. PLAYING, playing. I don't feel like playing hockey. Done? So I think all of you have understood the meaning and use of transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, and gerunds. You see, basically all these are verbs, but they are performing different functions, just with the addition or with some other changes, little changes. Okay, students, now we are moving page number 95 of your book, and on page number 95 there is a specimen letter. All of you have to learn this letter, right? This is specimen letter for you. एक मिसाली या एक नमूने का खत दिया गया आपको. As you all know that there are formal letters and informal letters, right? अब ज़रा formal और informal की बात की जाए तो formal letters वो होते हैं जो हम रस्मन किसी को लिखते हैं, ठीक है? And why do we write them? We write formal letters to ask for information, to offer thanks, congratulations, or condolences. We write them to ask for advice or express views or to give references. When we come to informal letters, we mostly write these letters to our family members or close friends, right? So here is an informal letter on page number 95 of your book. You will read it twice or thrice and you will learn it. Again, here is a question of write a biographical essay on the personality of Abraham Lincoln, searching more information about him. So, this is a biographical essay. What's a biographical essay? I think all of you remember about the biography of a seed, which you did in unit number 2. Biography shows one's life, the incidents or events of one's life, right? So here we have a biographical essay on the personality of Abraham Lincoln, who was the 16th president of USA. I have written a short biographical essay for you. So I'm going to read it. You have to see, you have to look here. Abraham Lincoln was born in February 12, 1809 in a small hut located on a farm called Skinning Sprung Farm in Hardin County, Kentucky. He was the 16th President of United States. He grew up in a poor family on the western border of state of Kentucky. He taught himself through self-education because he had to help his family work the farm. Lincoln took part as president in a period of war. He suspended a few rights and stretched the forces of both the official and national government. Moreover, Lincoln made law including approaches identifying with money, homesteaders, railroads, and assessments. He was famous for his passion about people, and that led in freeing slavery. Right? Freeing slavery. Gulami se azadi. He went into the War of Confederate States of America. He used former slaves to go for war against those states. It was his winning card for this war. Throughout his life, he enjoyed excessive amount of influence on not only USA but the whole world. He was wartime leader of his nation. He was very respected man. He worked hard in law and as president. He kept his nation united during Civil War. He had 4 children. He lived a long and resentful life, full of problems. He was assassinated on April 15, 1865. Assassinated means उसको कत्ल किया गया था, उसे मार दिया गया, यानी उसकी फितरी मौत नहीं हुई थी बल्कि उसको कत्ल किया गया था 15th April 1865 को. So this was short biographical essay on the personality of Abraham Lincoln, and I think you have understood all these exercises of unit number 8 in these 2 lectures. In the previous lectures we did some of the exercises, and in today's lecture I think all of you will understand. Just go through the text, words meanings, sentences, and all these exercises which we did in these 2 lectures, right? And I think you will understand. So this is the time to go and say Allah Hafiz.